and took time to reflect on my little kitchen here, which I really like. That's very happy, I think. I think it just is very cheerful. So we want to kind of finish out this part over here. So I was actually thinking, one of the things I saw, if I can type tonight, was that you should make the microwave kind of, you know, very accessible for someone who is in a wheelchair. So I'm thinking, do I want to do a pink one or do I want to do the wood one? I don't know. So if we did this, let's see, is that what I want? Yep. So if we put one of these down low, then, so I'll put that as close as I can. I don't know if it's going to be wide enough, but then what if I had a microwave? Yeah, actually that might work. No, it's going to stick out, isn't it? The microwave is going to stick out a little bit too far. I'm just trying to find a way of doing this. So, I mean, there is, you know, this can always go somewhere. I wish they would go over this, but it won't let you do it. So maybe we'll put, I don't know. I'll just leave it there. I mean, I can just set a microwave on the counter, but I really want it to be very accessible for her. So that's why I'm trying to find something that I can actually just put it on, because they had it sort of built into the counter, which was really neat. But here, let's see. I mean, because we have all these counters and things, and those are great, but at the same time, like, I want to do something like the little, like the Cartaxo, is that it? Is that the one? Why does it skip my, here we go. Possibly. Because, like, sometimes you can use these. Like, see, this could be very wheelchair accessible for her to roll up. And I may just end up using this in the bedroom as her desk, because this would probably work quite well. I'll just stick it in there. Let's see. I actually want to look up desk here. Let's see what else there is. I know there's one of these guys. That's also a possibility. That'll probably go in the other room, I guess. Yeah, I was hoping something like this. But the darn wood just looks terrible, unfortunately. And it's facing the wrong direction. So that's not helpful. So I was hoping to use this as a sort of countery type thing as well, but I guess that really won't work there. Okay. All right, so. Yeah, I really like this kitchen. I'm not always a pink person. Has to be a very specific pink, but this is very cheerful, I think. I think I like it a lot. So we have all of our basic stuff, so we just need some more counter stuff in here. So let's go back to these guys. And what don't we have? Well, let's see. Because we really want all of the little cupboards and things on the floor as much as possible. Because I think even this is narrow. Yeah, it's really narrow, so not really gonna work for my purpose. Now, what if I did some other one? Like, these guys are a little bit bigger. So if I had one of these, perhaps in cedar. That's still not very wide, is it? Shoot. I thought it was wider than that, but maybe not. That's what I mean. You can see that the cedar pretty much will match from one to the next, where some of the other ones do not. Some of the other woods. If you've played House Flipper for any amount of time, you know that already. You know, like some of the woods are just hideous. Like it's just too orangey yellow kind of color. The grays look okay sometimes and sometimes not so much. So you really have to watch your wood grains. If you are unfamiliar with this, you'll discover very quickly that that can be very problematic. So I would definitely want to leave a lot of space here, but I think I'm going to make this bit here go across. So now this is a kitchen. Entering doors, very, very nice. Not sure what I want to do with this little guy here. This may just be one of these that sort of sits here. So she could probably access, you know, different things in that. It's a little bit wide, but I don't think there's a narrow one. I mean, maybe? Let's see. I like to line things up as much as possible, but see, I think all of these are sort of wide. This may not be as wide. Handle. Yeah, we're going with the dark ones. See, that's the same. It's the same thing. So it's not really helpful. Those are the low-hanging ones. These are narrow. Let's see what this is like. Same thing. They're all the same width. So yeah, again, I think she has one of those little pincer grasp things that you can pick up things. I can't imagine that any person in a wheelchair that would not have one of those. And then let's see, we may do like a wooden one. I just wish they had like a half size one. It would be really helpful. There's these with 2 cabinets, cedar, cedar, and dark. See, that's going to overhang there. I mean, she could have some up higher. See, and then it sometimes, well, actually this will let me put some up here. Kind of hate to do it because I think it actually looks rather nice. Because she's not going to be able to get up there. I mean, that just is not really a thing. I'd make a nice little cubby over here. I just put that there. This is basically what you do. You end up just sort of going, well, will this work? No. Okay, well, what about this? Okay, well, maybe that'll work. Like, maybe I'll put this on top and this down here. She'd have this, and then not sure how she'd get to that handle though, you see, but it looks nice, kind of, anyway. I think I'd kind of rather have like shelves or something actually here, like Let's put a wooden shelf in cedar. That might look sort of nice. Then you have to sort of improvise. Let's do cedar. And I wonder if I can move this over. Oh, it's not going to be. It will kind of fit this way, or is it going to hang over? Whoops. There we go. So it should be the same amount. So if we move this over here, why did that move? There we go. Then we could have like little shelves in here. And these could be just decorative, so she wouldn't have to worry too much about them. I don't know. What do you think? Look kind of good? Maybe? I really want to keep these things the same height, though, honestly. So let's see. Brings them really down low, doesn't it? But hey, it's kind of what she needs. Let's bring these down. I don't want to take this down too far because, okay, but that still works. So that works there. I think I like that better. So she could have like little small accessible things here. Yeah, I think that works really well. And she's going to need a trash can. So the thing is, we could just put an open trash can, but in a kitchen you really don't want that. You really kind of want the covered type of trash can. The outdoor trash can is way too big. This one is not really suitable. This is really the suitable one, but clearly she can't step on the trash can, so there are no like automated ones. I guess she'd have to have this. That's really tiny. There are no real good trash cans for the kitchen, to be honest. I mean, this is the closest thing. We could make a pink one. Look at that. Woohoo! I mean, it would match. See, look at that. Matches that bright pink. It's very happy, isn't it? It's really tiny too. I don't know what to do about our trash can. I mean, you know, it's such an obvious thing, but none of these really work. None of these. This is the closest thing, and it would just have to be like an automated kind of thing. Like touch sensor kind of thing. So I don't really know what to do about that. But I'm really liking that kitchen thing. That's pretty cool. So now that we have a bit more kitchen, not sure what I'm going to do with that corner. Let's find some little bar stool kind of things here. Because we have these kinds, and these obviously are for visitors. I don't think she would be using them. Too bad we can't use the pool bars like in the bathroom. That would be really nice. Let's see. Bright colored. Of course there's no like pink, but you can use one of the other colors like the purple color, or maybe even the teal color. That would be kind of nice to pick up that sort of teal. in the flowers. That would be kind of neat. What do you think? So we could do that. Because I don't know if there is. The only other thing would be like a wooden one, which would be like the cedar, which would be kind of nice as well. That kind of pulls the kitchen together without taking... It's frozen again. This Game Freeze thing. Without taking too much attention from the kitchen. Because that's one thing, when you use pops of color, when you use especially bold color like that, it's a difficult balance because you don't want to just completely overwhelm the house. But at the same time, you know, sometimes it does do to use a lot of it. So there's a lot of that goes on. So all right, I'm going to pause for one moment and then I'll be right back. Okay, after a brief pause. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this. I think I'm going to leave this like this. See, I'm getting messages on Steam, so I'm going to stick 3 or 4 of these over here. This will be for like the kids, the grandkids, whoever comes to visit, and they can have a place to sit while Grandma cooks in her lovely kitchen. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks nice. I think that balances it out. See, because anytime you use something bold, unless you're just going to overwhelm the room, I suppose, you really want that to remain the focal point. So you don't want to have too many other things that draw attention away from it. You see? So like the wood doesn't draw attention away from this very bright focal point. And then you have the pink, which highlights it. I think this is a good way to do it. I've learned some about interior design. I do not have a degree in interior design. There may be interior designers who would completely disagree with everything I do, but people do enjoy my designs, so I go with it. All right, so maybe we'll do some dining furniture to go next to it. Let's see, dining room. I may go into the new stuff as well. So for sure, what we want is we want to have plenty of room for Anne to be able to roll her wheelchair up to the table. Let's see, what do we have over here? Because I don't really know. Let's see, dining room. Well, we don't want any of these, that's for sure. This seems a bit clunky. It would work, but it looks like plywood, so it doesn't really fit the decor, does it? So we don't want that. So there's a lot of considerations that you have to do. I saved all of these because I may use these at some point. Let's see. Oh, now see, this little pink watercolor chair would probably be really pretty. I wonder if that would look really nice. That might be cute for the kids. I'm assuming she has some somewhat young grandkids. Let's see what this is. This is a table. Seems kind of high though. That's the other thing. Some of these tables are really high, and that would make it quite difficult for anyone, really. Could do a cube table, but I think that's probably a bit much. So let's go back over here to furniture, dining room, tables. I tend to want to start with the big piece in the room, because if you choose a lot of little things, and then you choose the big one, it may or may not match, and so you can really run into some problems. I learned that when I was doing some of the, like just even the email jobs, and then later the HGTV map jobs. If you start with, like, let's say for the living room, if you want to come over here, you don't want to start putting in like little tables and things, or even figuring out what to paint the walls. Notice I haven't painted anything other than white so far, because if you decide, oh, I'm going to paint the walls purple, and then suddenly you can't find furniture that matches, then you're kind of in trouble. So it's better to start with bigger things and then match to that if you can, or start with something. So like, let's say I wanted to choose, this might be a pretty good table to do. So let's see, in white. Wow, that is really white, because these walls are supposed to be white. Haha. So I may go with the light gray. Let's see. So that might look nice, because this way there would be room for a wheelchair. So that might be a possibility for the table. Let's see what else there is. And if you have the Garden DLC, you can also check for tables here. Like this. This could be totally a possibility as well. So let's see. I think they have it. They have it in light nut, oak. They don't actually have it in cedar. They have it close to cedar, which is, I think, this Afromosia. See, that's pretty close. So see, this would even work. This could be a possibility. That's rather nice. Because this way, she could roll her wheelchair up to any side. I might actually do that because that's kind of neat. I think that's rather nice. So you know what? Oh, see here, this gives me an idea. So if I put this here, this way, nobody's getting caught on the table. And I could put these around the edges. That's elm, that's cedar. There we go. Cedar. And let's see. So that's a light one. Let's see what they have. There's dark, which also you can get in cedar. Oh, that's, woo, hello. This is what I mean. Sometimes the colors are like, whoa, like this might be a little bit on the bright side. I'm not going for neon. I mean, it does look nice, but I don't know if that's a little too over the top. I kind of want this more vibrant pink to be a highlight, not like a main feature. Because if you notice, some of the other colors are more pastel in this. So let's see what other color would look good. Because there's a blue, but the blue is too much. It's not really the right blue. The violet, that's the kind of hot pink color. Unfortunately, it's not really a violet. It's a bit sad. So let's go with the light one. I mean, there's a pastel rose. We could go with that. That would be rather nice because that's just a hint of pink. So that one actually, I think that's rather nice. Because there are a lot of places that actually have the dining tables where they have these instead of chairs. I'll bring that over here. And this would certainly be easy for the kids. You have to constantly do this adjusty thing. Is it lined up with the window? No, it's not. So is it in the center of the room? No, it isn't. Wonder how those little chairs would look. Are they gonna look silly, I wonder? Because, you know, you can have this kind of eclectic look. Let's just see what that looks like. It's kind of interesting. I don't know. I play with it. Because that kind of picks up that color. Let's see what else. Because what you want are some chairs that you can move out of the way, if need be. She wouldn't have to have necessarily the chairs on all sides of the table because she would roll up her wheelchair to here. So I think that works rather nicely. Let's see what happens if we just put this on the other side of the table. Because sometimes an eclectic mix really works nicely. So let's see. So if we have dining room furniture, chairs, and we could put a different chair. Like a totally different chair in here. I think these are too short. It's a light gray. It's a little bit on the short side. So, but that's what you do. You just sort of play with different things. Like, oh, does this match? Do I want it to match? Maybe I don't want it to match. Maybe I just want it to be something unusual. Let's see. this comes in a variety of colors, but again, pretty sure that the violet... Oh, now see, that's a purple. Look at that. And if we did the dark, it's rather interesting. I just wish it were purple purple. Again, we're getting into the magenta, the fuchsia. It kind of works. I don't want it to look like a yard sale. It's much darker in the picture than it is when you actually get it. We could go with one of these, but I don't think that's the right color. Light colored, we'd have to go with the pastel pink. Light colored here. See, it's very nice green, very nice light blue, which kind of picks up that color over there, but it's more of a teal, really. Or there's these. Let's see. Because there is this, which we could get cedar. And have just the one. We pick up that little bit right there. See, if there were a dark purple color, it would be nice. That way we're not overbalancing everything with pink, because it doesn't have to all be pink. That's what's kind of nice about this chair, is it has a little bit of purple and a little bit of pink. It's just fun sort of for the kids to sit in when they come. Patterns, I don't think there's really anything there. There's this. This is bright colored, and again, we could do a teal. That would be rather nice. These chairs are always so short. They look like they're for little tiny kids. I mean, we could just do a match for the other side. We could do one of these, but I think these are short too. Again, let's see. So that is the cedar. Oh, it's a squat, fat little chair, isn't it? We need something for the adults. Classic chair is just classic chair. It doesn't really have any. Oh, that's just, yeah. Yeah, you don't really have much choice in this. It's just kind of meh. Doesn't really fit the aesthetic. Alright. Well, maybe we'll just go with another one of these little dining chairs here. I may change it later, but we'll go with it for the time being. So it has a little bit of that grandma look and a little bit of the kid look. Yeah, we'll go with it. Okay, so I think that's probably good for that. I really want to do something with the floor too. I'm just sort of throwing my ideas out there, because this is a lighter color and this is a darker color, and I really kind of want to do like some sort of pattern. I don't really know what yet. So we'll play with that. Okay, really want to go mow that lawn. Yeah, I'll be doing the garden part later on, because clearly outside we need to fix this so that she has easy access from the car, the Uber, the taxi, whatever it is that she takes. Okay. All right, so let's see. I want to actually look at my folder of possibilities here, because you can see there's kind of like, these were all the things that I sort of felt like were a theme. I like this picture. I think this is really nice. This is, I think it's a photo, but it kind of has that sort of painting look, and that might be rather nice. And then it's similar to this, which has a little more color in it. I'm thinking for the living room. Originally, this is what I was thinking for the living room, though. But I don't know if that's going to look weird with our kitchen over here, the way that it is. And again, we have to figure out what are we going to do sofa-wise? Let's go over here and see what sort of sofas we have, because I haven't looked. I just go through like a kid in a candy store, and I just go, oh, give me that, give me that, give me that. Oh, see, and now there's some really fun chairs like this one. Like, this might be kind of fun. I don't know. Kind of doesn't really match totally, although there is purple. And that is definitely purple. Not expensive either. I like these tiles. These are nice tiles. Whoever did these tiles, this is fantastic. Oh my goodness, they're huge. I thought it was like a tiny little tile. Oh my goodness. What is it for? Oh, it's neat. I don't know what it is. Let's see. Here's a dresser. I thought this was for a bedroom. It's kind of hung again. Okay. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Oh, it's big too. A little bit low poly. It looks like it's 3D printed. I don't think Anne would have that in her house. There's a wooden chair. Now, she might have some of these, because these are that kind of rustic. So she might have some of these. These might be really handy. I don't know. We'll see if they fit. Really, I'm distracting myself because I'm supposed to be looking for a sofa. Oh, now here's an apricot colored chair. That's kind of close. It's a little bit salmon-y for me. It doesn't really look apricot, but this natural linen, that's interesting. Although I think she may end up having, you know, a little bit of this sort of modern furniture. I don't know all the names. I apologize to people who know interior design. You know, I don't really know the difference between, Edwardian and Victorian and various things. This leather couch looks a little grandpa, doesn't it? I mean, that's great if that's your interior, but I don't think it really fits her. She could have a patchwork one. That's kind of fun. It's also tiny. Wow. That's like a bohemian kind of thing, I think. I say I don't know what these things are, and then I say, oh, it's bohemian, like I know so much. These little lounge chairs are nice, though. The kids would like these, I bet you. Well, okay, so, I don't know. Let's see, sofa. Oh, they got the sofa throws. I am so thrilled about these. I'm really happy. See, there are a few more sofas. So this is just your regular sofa that kind of goes with everything. I was going to see if, and this is my, if anybody's wondering, this is my very handsome young man. This is my son, Justin, a few years ago. This was when he was in high school, and I used that in my office, so that's where that picture comes from. I made this Be Brave on there, so that's what that is. Let's see. I'm going to go over here. I don't know if it lets me upload from here, so let's try it. Nope, it doesn't like doing it from there, so I'm going to have to go to the original folder. See, I really wanted to use this. Now, I don't know if this is going to clash with everything in the kitchen. So let's just see what it does. See, sometimes I think, oh, that's what I'm going to do. And then I try to do it and I go, nope, that doesn't work. Like, remember the lady with the... See, like, this bedroom? Look at that bedroom. See, it's very, like... You could see that this would be very contemporary and uplifting, I think, you know, and that's what I feel like this lady needs. I feel like she needs something that doesn't look like a dark cave. She needs something that's happy, that's going to keep her spirits up, because now she's, you know, she's got that like potential empty nest syndrome kind of thing going on. So you don't want that. But like, let's see, was it this person? Yeah. This one here. So she has the living room, and notice she has no coffee table because she said her husband, I guess, was, you know, getting caught on it. Yeah, it gets in the way of the wheelchair getting to the sofa and prevents a transfer. So he can't get out of the wheelchair onto the sofa with a table. So these are the kind of things that I'm thinking about. I'm like, oh, okay, so I need to pay attention to that sort of thing. So yeah, I wanted to have this in the living room, but I don't really think, now that I've got the kitchen going, I don't really think this is going to work in the living room, to be honest. Like, you know, like a really big one like this, I think that's going to look weird. I mean, it has the pinks and it has the purples and the things in it. I don't know. You can see how much these things cost. So, you know, you got to have money in your bank account to be able to do these custom images, especially if you do one that's wall size, because sometimes I do that and it can get very expensive, real fast. I've had them cost like $6,000 for one. It's ridiculous how much they charge for these things. It's crazy. So this is what we have in the kitchen. And so for the living room, I'm just looking at these things because I really do want to keep it just happy. But again, you gotta figure out that couch situation. I mean, like a couch like this would go with pretty much anything. And that's fine. Oh my goodness. I think that's a little modern for her. Nope. Let's see. What else? Oh, this has like all the sofas. This has... Because sometimes, you know, sometimes I've used the garden DLC sofas indoors. Because that works too. So here's another sofa. That's an unusual one. Wow. Okay. I don't really think that works for this. Okay. Nope. Nice sofa, but wrong for the interior here. Let's see what else there is. These are fairly low, so this might work. And in fact, the navy is rather nice. So sometimes, see, I like to look, especially if you have an open floor plan, you want to kind of look at what are these rooms going to look like next to each other. Because I don't want to go off in some wild direction and it's going to completely clash with the kitchen because it's going to make the house feel disjointed. So there is that. There's this leather, which is rather nice. This would sort of match. It sort of matches the cedar in the kitchen, but not really. I like the pattern on it. This sort of texture, that's kind of neat. There's cream, which, you know, matches just about anything. There's supposed white leather. I mean, you know, that'll match too. And there's, of course, there's a light gray, a light brown. Oh, some of the colors are just not really quite there. I mean, this is not horrible. I'm one of those people that tends to see the undertones and things, so this does have a sort of a pinkish undertone, but not really. I think this brown would be a little bit better. See, this one also has a pinkish undertone, if you can see that. It's also got some blue. It's a possibility as well. Let's see. May want to go with one of these type things. Because this seems like it would be very easy for her to sort of roll off and you know, be able to sit on the couch with the kids and whatnot. This is actually a really neat one, I think. I think this is a really cool pattern. Doesn't really go with the interior, because you see, if I had this in the living room, you see how that would, I don't know, it seems like it sort of clashes with that to me. Some people might think it goes quite nicely. This blue, now this is a possibility, because look at that next to the blue, that little bit of blue color in there. I think I like that. I think I like that. Let's put that down. And back up. See how that picks up just that tiny little bit of blue in the backsplash in the kitchen. I like that. I like that a lot. Yep. We shall go with that. That works quite nicely. I did get it with the dark underneath. Okay. See, this is what happens when you don't pay attention. I should have gotten it with a lighter base, because that's what we're going with. Let's see how light that is. Is that very light? It's not too terribly light. Let's see what the really light looks like. Too light? Because what I'm trying to go with is this, it's very similar to the metal over here. Because remember, we don't want this place to get dark and, you know, like a cave or anything. I think I like that. I think that kind of echoes that a lot. All right. Now, I want to go back. See, I really think these might work for the style. They're a little bit high. They're a little bit high. Let's see, because there's also, I don't know what Sonic is. Maybe I'm really ignorant. I mean, I know what, like, Sonic the Hedgehog is. I don't know if it has anything to do with that. Oh, there's a lounge chair. Oh, look at that. Ooh, that's kind of nice. See, you've got the leather thing going on here. That might actually be kind of cool. I could see the kids or somebody sitting in this. Let's put one of those over there. That's pretty neat. That's a really nice little lounge chair. I'd buy one of those. That's kind of cool. There is a Sonic love seat too, but see, oh, yeah. So, you know, we could have like additional seating, you know. I shall think about that. So, Sonic media player, yeah. Media shelf. Not sure what that is. Oh, well, whoop, hello. Goes through the floor. See, these things that you attach to the wall, these can be really helpful because you can put them at a different height. So see, now we have kind of like a low little table. That's kind of neat. I like that. What I was really looking for was, yeah, see, oh, now that's, see, it gives it that contemporary look. So it doesn't say, hey, here's a grandma who's like old fogey and, you know, boring. So that's pretty cool. There's like somewhere in here, there is a TV stand. I swear there is. There's like, I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it. It's not one of these. Aha! See? Stand Sonic TV. Look at that. It's a little darker than our cedar, but I kind of think it works for the interior. What do you guys think? Because see, if we did this, then we could do those two little things on the ends, and they would match. So since this is a different room, it doesn't have to be the same wood, because this only comes in one wood. So there's a white one, and there's a black one, and that's it. Because alternatively, we could have this, and we could have this in cedar. This actually does come in cedar. And we could have a white top on it. And it's really big, but it would fit on this side of the room. So, at least I think it would. Pretty, oh my goodness, look at that. It's like exact. So you got this whole thing that just stretches the whole length of the room. But that kind of makes things really far away. Like this living room is massive. I wonder if I should just add to, well, I can't because of those windows. Again, we get the window thing. That's the whole thing. I think, because when you do this house as a job, as an HGTV job, they have a fireplace in the corner. They have one of those really nice fireplaces, the corner fireplace, which is this one. They have this. And that would look really nice. So we could have it with like, oh, that's rather neat. Does that really look that way? Yeah, oh, that's actually kind of cool. Of course, you probably have to move it around because pretty much it has to go over here. So, but I like that. That's kind of neat. I think I will make room for a nice fireplace because this room is so huge. We got to fill it up a little bit. Not a lot, because you got to have a lot of room for that wheelchair maneuverability. Even that, I mean, it still doesn't quite fit, but it's pretty close. So this way, like, the kids have a little seat, and, you know, Anne can, like, sit here next to the fire. Put this all the way against the wall. Look at that. See how nice that would be? We'll just leave it off for now. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. So we could have that. And I just don't know what we're going to do with the other side of the room over here. You know what? Actually, I do. Because if she has grandkids, they'd probably need a play area so that the adults could sit and watch TV while the kids sit there and play. I bet that would be a thing. So you know what I want? Let's see. I'm going to search up rug. Yeah, there's an ice cream rug for kids. Pretty small. Oh my goodness, it floats. It's a magic carpet. You can't put it on the floor. Look at that. There's like too much room. Aw, darn. Because that would have been, you know, that would have been cute. Oh well. Let's see what else there is. You know, like a little play rug for the kids. Wow, these are new. I haven't seen these. Oh my goodness. Are they dirty? No, it's just fur. Okay, but it's also massive. I think that's a little bit big because, you know, we could go with a pink one, right? Pink fur. Look at that. That would not be good for someone with a wheelchair. Not at all. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just really looking for a play rug for the kids. That's all. I mean, there's really, sometimes your color choices are just not good. Like, I really don't care for this one too much. It kind of goes in here with the colors, like it goes with this, but, you know, like, we need, I know what we need. We need like a little ABC type, you know, rug. That's what we need. It's one of those types of things. But, barring that, we need, it's too bad these fur rugs are like really big. I mean, there's a pink square, you know. There's actually, the other way you look it up, because that's the other thing. If you haven't played this game, you have to learn the multiple different names. So sometimes it's a rug and sometimes it's a carpet. Like, they call these carpets. These are rugs. This is a rug. See? So you have to think, oh yes, it could be called something else. Put a heart. It could be pink. Could have been a big pink heart. That'd be really cute for the little kids over in the corner. In the little love corner. Grandma loves you. That would be silly. This is a really neat design, but it's the proportions way off. So it's not a usable carpet. I'm so sorry. I hope they fix that because it's a really neat design. You know, I wonder if we could manage one of these. I mean, again, we got that bright color. That actually, I mean, it kind of works. Like, that really wasn't my intention. But that actually sort of works. There's purple, which is not quite, I mean, that kind of works, but I think actually wow. See, this is what happens. Sometimes you go, I never would do that. Oh, wait, no, that actually rather works good. Okay, I'm going to put, like, maybe a smaller one. This seems too small, and the other one seems too big. The medium seems too big. Let's see what it looks like. I don't know. Is that like crazy? Is that like Crazy City? Maybe. Let's see what else there is. I mean, there's asymmetric. We could go with asymmetric or the triangle. I mean, we don't go too crazy. See, like this is kind of neat too. I wonder if that would work better. I kind of like that better. What do you think? Let's do a medium of this for the kids to play on. I don't know. I may get rid of it later. Everything is subject to deletion. Yeah. So this can be like the kid play corner. And we'll make that very obvious by, like, I don't know, putting in one of those little tents or something, you know? Or little tables, like one of these guys. These would be good. Little table. Yeah, because we don't want to go, you know, bananas with the, oh my goodness, we'll just put a pink table. Because the kids may also be, you know. I hate how they sink in. Look at that. It's very silly. So they could have that, or they could have one of these little tables. Could do that in cedar with a white top for the kids. Yeah, we'll just put that there. And maybe they have little wooden chairs. I don't know. Wooden chairs? Little stools? I don't know. Could have one of these. A couple of these. I kind of like the other little chairs better, honestly. This is so cute with the little pets on it. Oh, it's tiny. Of course, the, I can sleep peacefully. What are you saying, Jimmy Trader? You can sleep peacefully because there are children's table in the room. You're a whack. You're a complete whack. Buddy, get some therapy. Okay. Yeah, so we got that. And then may put one of these little bookcase things in here. I might do the side of the room more in white than anything else. So the kids' toys could be in this. Put some kid toys in there. Yeah. So Grandma will have plenty of maneuverability for her wheelchair. She doesn't have to worry about getting caught on the rug. So I can either do that, or I could do just plain old carpet of some kind. Now, these are shag. We don't want shag, really. Well, look at what we have. Got fitted carpets. I mean, there's those bright color ones, but those things, they don't fit together right. You put several down and they don't fit together right. Alternatively, we could put, you know, fitted carpet just on the floor, which is also a possibility. The only reason I'm doing this is because kids are on their knees and stuff, and they usually need a little bit of a padded surface to play on. So that's kind of why I'm doing that. And then, yeah, so I don't know if I want to put this smack dab in the corner, but I do want one of those little tent things for the kids to play on. One of these. Here we go. And we'll just do, I want it to be for boys or girls, so. Oh, that's rather nice. Of course, you know, color doesn't really go with what's already in the living room. I mean, pink? No. Dark? Ooh. See, I would think that was really super cool myself, but, you know. I mean, white, if you choose white, you get flowers, and boys wouldn't be interested in that. That's kind of boring. Rosal is a little bit grown up, I think, for little kids. Dandelions. Well, that is not terribly bad. It's kind of cockeyed here. And the wood. Let's do white. White wood. The bows in white. I mean, either way, bows, not really very boy-like, honestly. See, but that doesn't go with the carpet, does it? I mean, that's pink, this crazy, like, little, I don't know, hearts. Yeah, this, like, Valentine stuff. Very girly. Very, very girly. So I'm trying to get away from the girly, you know, because, well, yeah. We'll put boys and girls toys over here. How about that? This would sort of work. I mean, Trixel, no. Triangle, I mean, the pattern matches, but the color doesn't really. And it doesn't match that, you see? So, that would be... Why don't they just have a neutral? Why don't they have a solid? I mean, they got pastel. Oh my goodness, what is that? These are like little hearts. Ooh, no. No. This is Diamond Crosses. It's kind of gray. It's sort of neutral. What do you think? I mean, as things go, it's kind of neutral. Well, see how that looks. Probably need to move this out. Let's move this like into the corner or something. I don't know. Be nice to have it like at an angle, but that probably won't work. See, now I got like this weird corner over there. Let's see. What? Well, welcome to the design challenges, right? Okay. If we move this maybe to the outside, like that. And if we put this over in the corner, you know what? We could actually just set this over here. Because again, Grandma can still get by. So we got a little coloring table, because over here I want to put the little kitchen set for the kids. Because even my son loved playing with that when he was a kid. Let's see, accessories, kids. Let's try that. And now we actually have a toy box for the kids too, which is pretty neat. This guy right here. I bought one of these for my son when he was like 3, and he loved it. Loved it. So I'm gonna put, yeah, I'm gonna put that right there. So see, that says, hey, I'm a grandma. I have grandkids that come and visit. And they have something to do while parents are doing something else, like sitting on the TV, sitting and watching TV, or I don't know. That's another thing we gotta figure out. Because apparently there's gonna be a TV in here somewhere, and we don't really want it to be across the room. Because if we put it across the room, let's see, if we switch these around, because that's the only other thing. Yeah. So if we move those, like that, then we could put a TV on the wall, because we can put a really big TV on the wall. Because in the workshop now, we have some massive TVs. Although this massive TV costs $2,400 for a 98-inch TV. Oh my goodness. That's pretty big. But you know, if you sat all the way across the room, you'd need something that big, wouldn't you? I mean, it's not like I don't have the money, right? Because I think the 77-inch, which is only $800, that's going to be too small. I think we're going to have to get the big TV. Yeah. And the most expensive TV is this one, which is, like, small. And I think you can't even turn that off, which is a little bit sad. So sorry. Okay, so I think we go for the big TV. We're going to go for the massive TV. Got to put it up high enough so the kids can't play with it or draw on it with crayons. Can you tell I've been a mom? All right, so our living room is kind of coming together, I think. And so far, you know, this is kind of like your regular house. Like, I have to challenge myself to go further, because I don't do just regular designs. Well, I mean, I did do this. This is a little out of the box. So I will have to challenge myself to do even more somehow. But we're getting a nice start. Hopefully the kids won't mess with it. I want that little toy box though, or whatever it is. There's like a toy thing of some sort. See, like there's a toy car, which is really hard to place, I can tell you that. As you can tell, it's very hard to place. I may have to go in the bedroom, because there'll be the grandkids' bedroom. Ah, here we go. Kids' toys. We're going to have a white bucket. There we go. That works. Well, maybe we don't even need this then. I think we don't even need that. I think we'll just put the bucket over here. And that will be pretty good for the kids. I think that works. Because this is just for them to have something to do. Because believe me, I know what it's like when you're trying to cook, or the parents are trying to have a conversation, and the kids are just like, and you're like, okay, cool. Could you go play now? Yeah. Oh, piano toy. We could have one of those over here. That works pretty good. All right. Maybe we'll give the boy a toy train. I wanted a toy train when I was a kid. Okay, this living room is pretty bare, but I still have to figure out what to put on the wall. That's always a big thing for me because a lot of times that really shapes the room. Like I said, I don't think this is really going to work. I mean, the colors work. The colors work fine. Okay, let's see. This is $2,000 for this thing. Let's just put it up. We'll go look at it. I don't think it's going to work. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, the colors do work, but that kind of really doesn't go with this. You know what I mean? Which is sad because if you just look at this, this goes really nice. But I think I'm going to need something else. I just don't think that's going to work. Quite honestly. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else do I have? I mean, it's not like these are all the things. I mean, I do have this, which would, you know, clearly work color-wise. It would not, you know, clash as much. Oh, bye. I like you so much, but dude, don't work. So, see, this would work. Let's see what that looks like. Because again, now I get the flower thing. That does not clash as much. It's a little off size, though. It needs to be... Let's see. Let's do 1.4? I don't know. Let's see how big that is. Nope. I think I want it bigger than that. Let's do... see, I'm going to adjust it length and height. 1.7... No, that was... I don't want it to be that high. I want it to be less high and longer. Okay. That's much better. I think because this is the kind of thing that you can sort of skew a little bit. So let's try it 2 meters wide. Nope, I really want it more than that. And again, this is the kind of thing that I do. This is why it takes me a while, because I'm very precise with things. I mean, like, I could have it, I kind of want it the length of the couch, to be honest. Let's see what that looks like. Let's go for 2.6. We're getting there. 2.75. Oh, yeah. See, that's much nicer. I think that's pretty cool. Let's go see what that looks like. Yeah, I think... but see, it's too tall. Can you tell? It's out of proportion. That's one of the things... Because my husband didn't actually give me, like, the New York School of Interior Design book. It's a big, heavy book. He gave me that for Christmas. And I started reading it, and it's very interesting. And it talks about proportion. Come on. It's being slow. And so you can't have... Well, you could. But if you want to have good design, you want to make sure that things are in proportion to each other in the room. Now, you can have a wall-size mural. That's not a problem. But if you have a picture... So see how this is kind of a squat couch? So I don't really want a big, giant, tall picture to go with a squat couch. So my height, I want to take the height down. And again, this is not the kind of thing that matters if it is skewed a little bit. If it were people or something, it would look funny. Oh, see, now that's getting better. But you see how the picture is still kind of like twice as tall as the couch. I still think I want it smaller. So let's take that down even further. Yeah, a skinny one. Yeah. So another thing you look at is, do you see what's called negative space? This is something, you create lines with your eyes. The eyes will fill in blanks. And so there's all kinds of considerations, and I don't know them all yet. I don't claim to be an expert. But so you see, the negative space is, if you can see the dot at the ceiling to the top of the picture, and then from the picture to the sofa. And so you don't want necessarily like something like this, because now you have too much negative space at the top and too little at the bottom. Can you see how it's unbalanced? So you really want to look at where things go. Now, I don't want to put this necessarily exactly in the middle, because now my negative space between here and here is balanced, but now it feels off. And notice how I have three things on the side of here. I have this, I have this, and I have this. So you have three main pieces. And things tend to look good either in like a symmetrical pair, or you want to have like three things. So you have three things there. I really like that. I think that looks quite nice. It doesn't clash with the kitchen. The kitchen has its personality. Still not convinced about this rug. Still not convinced, especially not now. So, buy rug. I think what I'm going to do is just put carpet for the kids. That's what I'm going to do. So, again, you know, the process of figuring things out. And, you know, that has green in it. So, I wonder if this green carpet would look good. So, if we just enclose the kid area, kind of like this, with green carpet. Let's just see what that looks like. It may be too bright. See how that goes better now with the thing on the wall. So we've got a little bit of green, we've got some blue. Backing up. So you look at how things are framed. Is it balanced? And again, now here we're going to have, like normally I might have had these things sort of sitting out a little more, you know, for the kids. But because Grandma has a wheelchair and you want lots of open space, this one is going to be designed a little differently. So I really want to put some of those little Sonic things. I think those would look really cool. I mean, they've got this, but the wood is so dark. And that's too tall, so that really isn't going to work. But these, because this goes on the wall, and I wonder, see, because I could make that very low, so that becomes low enough for Anne. Still probably not going to have enough room on that side for another one. But that way, we don't have the legs of an end table sticking out or anything like that. I wish it were all white, but it isn't. So that's a bit of a sad thing. We do have the cedar over here, so that's not too bad. And let's see, do I want another one? We could have one over here to kind of balance a little bit. So I think that kind of works. Armchair and one of these. I wonder if I can fit firewood in that little space. Does it let me fit that in there? I don't think it does. Shoot. I know it's an electric fireplace, but it would have looked nice. Although the kids might get into it. Gotta be supervised. That's the big thing. Alright, so I think that's pretty cool. Again, I may come back, I may change things. but so far I'm kind of liking it. So what do you guys think? It's shaping up a little bit now. My little armchair seems really small over here, but I don't know. I think it's kind of coming together. But you always start out with things and then you kind of grow from there. And you revisit things and you think, oh, well, this works, or no, this actually doesn't work so hot. And I don't think actually that the sofa, I don't know if it has, some of the sofas don't have, yeah, Canna does not have like a matching, it's just got the sofas. They don't have a matching armchair for it, so you have to find some other armchair. So I may keep this armchair because it's a compact little armchair so that she could get over here if she needs to turn on the fireplace or turn it off. So I think that works pretty well. Whoops, that was not what I was grabbing, it was this. Yeah. So that becomes a little side table thing. Okay. I think that'll do it for this little segment. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope it's been informative. I hope it helps you to make better designs. This isn't just me showing off, but I'm hoping to give you some ideas about how to make your own designs even better and sort of the thought processes that go into it. Because when I first started out, I just had, you know, your typical chairs and things in a room, and I think it matched pretty nice. But then I saw some of the people like Debbie Bonamico and CreatorPly and some of these other people that were just doing amazing things and doing self-builds and all of that. And that's what really pushed me. I thought, you know what, I can do better than this. I'm going to challenge myself. How can I think outside the box? And you don't always have to come up with every single thing yourself. You can riff on things that you find online. You know, you go on and you find something and you go, oh, that's really cool. I like that, you know. And you just find something that seems to work, you know, like this is, you know, I thought, oh, that's a really cool background instead of just painting a wall solid. That's pretty neat, you know. Or, oh, look at this bathroom and this is really nice, this color combination. Things like that. Or you go and look up these types of things and maybe you get an idea and you go, oh, I never thought about using, you know, this, well, they don't have this kind of purple, but, you know, and a bright orange chair, or making your cabinets look like this, and get ideas and then make it your own from that, you know. Or just like if you look at this picture, like if I open this picture, this is kind of an old-fashioned sofa mixed with very modern furniture. So this is your eclectic look, and then the walls are sort of your like industrial concrete, you know. So you have this mixture of different things, and you have like a little alcove here. It looks like, it's hard to see, but for a lamp. So you can play around with different things. You know, you find things on people's, you know, people's different designs and things, and you go, oh, well, that's cool. Like, see here, she has a gray neutral sofa, but with some very bright pillows to echo the wall. And then she has this vase over here that sort of picks up that same color, but then she keeps the lamp black, and the carpet's neutral, and the curtains are neutral, and the wall is neutral here. So it's not, you know, it doesn't look like a circus tent. Although maybe that's what you're going for. So play with ideas. Really keep playing with them and see what you come up with. So I'll join you next time, and we'll see where we can go from here, because I've got to do some of the bedrooms, I've got to do bathrooms, and then of course I will be fleshing out these places. They're not done by any means. This is sort of the skeleton of it, the initial sketches, and then from there, you know, I have to figure out custom images for the walls. And that can take hours. So we'll pick that up next time. So you guys have a great day or night, whatever time it is for you in the world. And I'll see you on the next video.